Hello everyone, welcome back to the Avalon Guns YouTube channel. If you don't know by now, my name's Jake and we're at the Mendip Shooting Ground Avalon Guns store. There is two stores for Avalon Guns, one's in Street and one's at Mendip in Wales. So in today's video, what we're going to look at is a brand new pair of Beretta 687 EELL Classic shotguns. They're in this box here. If you haven't done already, please remember to click subscribe and help us out. Thank you to everyone so far that has already subscribed and is supporting us with watching and liking the videos. So moving on, if you do get the chance to see some of these guns, they are very nice. A shop like ourselves will normally stock them. They're available in different variants of caliber. This is a 12 bore pair. You can get 20 bore pairs and a couple other custom orders, but this is a very nice pair. So when you order them, they'll come in this cardboard Beretta box. Slide them out of that box and it comes in the ABS Beretta case with the leather lining. So as normal, we've got the combination locks which have the red tags in, so you can set your own combination. There's 3 of those, and then the handle opens out and we're presented with this first gun here. Take the straps from the top and you're then presented with the second gun. So there's a pair, as some guns are put into pairs, they're not running numbers. As this is a brand new pair of Berettas, these will be running serial numbers. So you'll have gun number 1, which will have its own unique serial number, followed by gun number 2, which will be the next number on from there. You can get pairs which are composed and not running serial numbers and true pairs, whereas this is a true pair used from the same wood and has a running number. So what do you get inside the box? So obviously we've got the gun, which breaks down as the action stock, fore end and barrels, 2 sets of those. Inside this compartment we've got the Beretta gun socks. So we've got 1 sock for the barrel and fore end, 1 for the action, just to keep them extra safe, stop them being marked if you've got chokes rattling around in there, and it also eats up any condensation, so it stops any rust. Next thing we've got is the small manual, and then inside this clear case we've got the Beretta multi-choke system. So on this gun, this is the latest EELL pair, so they're 2022 guns. We'll go into what's different on them in a second, but the first thing is we've got the latest chokes. So they're Beretta Optima HP chokes now. They're flush fitting, as these are primarily game guns. They can be used for clays, but they are for game shooting. So they're flush fitting. You can get extended chokes. They're available on our website. If you do like to have the choke extended at the end, it's easy, so you can screw and unscrew the choke to change them in between different places. So you get 3 chokes in here, 2 are fitted inside the gun, so there's 5 chokes in total for each gun. So this will be a full set of chokes going from full, the tightest, to 3/4, half, quarter and cylinder or skeet is what we're sent with. Next thing, there's a choke key. So inside the case you've got the black plastic Beretta choke key, caliber specific, that's a 12 bore one, as these are 12 bore guns. You can get 20 bore, 28 and 410 on the choke keys. And then the last of the bits inside this case is a small tub of oil, which is handy. That oil is for the metalwork ideally. More manuals and leaflets. Spare pad. So the gun is fitted with a wooden heel plate. It's very traditional looking, blends in with the stock and looks like one piece, but it is very easy. As we've seen on other videos, the last video we did with a Browning, we show you how easy it is to change these over. There's just 2 screws at the end here which you undo, and then you can then take this wooden heel plate off and put on your rubber recoil pad on. This one is the Beretta Micro Core. They're available in lots of different sizes, field or game, and also sporting and skeet. So you get different thicknesses. It's mainly to add length It also reduces some of the recoil. If you get the correct one, they do slot straight onto the end of your gun. Obviously the game ones are slightly smaller, they're thinner and shorter than the sporting one would be, wider and longer. So you need to get the correct one for your gun, and that will fit straight on. So there's no fitting needed. With other guns, you might always have to fit the pads and rub down the pads to go onto the stock, which can be a bit of a pain. So the micro-core pads with it, like I say, there are other sizes available on our website to order, really easy to do. Last of the bits that's inside here before we get to the gun, we've got a set of swivels for a sling. This is very European. Not so much that something that's done in this country, but they could get screwed in. We'll just open them. They could get screwed into the stock. Let me just show you there. So you've got one is a screw, which will literally screw into that lovely expensive walnut stock, and then that will produce you a swivel so you can attach a sling to it. And then the other side is same again, but for the barrel. So that goes over and onto the mid rib, and then it screws into the rib. So you'd have to screw holes into the rib. It's a very European thing. It's not something, like I say, not something we do in this country so often, because you do end up drilling into that really nice walnut stock, and you don't want to be adding any extra holes that are unneeded into that stock. So that's a set of sling swivels, chokes, and the pad. So next thing, going into the gun, putting this gun together, we take the fore end off, that slides off when you pull the lever up, and then you can then roll the barrels onto the action and it clicks and shuts. Next thing, slide the fore end back on, it rolls on from the bottom, and just give it a bit of a tap at the top to pinch it on there. It clicks on to show you it's closed. So being a 2022 Beretta 687 EELL, we've got this very nice new style engraving. So on the engraving on this one is a really deep scroll, which looks good. It catches the light as it's moving around. It's really easy to see. And then you've got an oval each side, which has game scene inside the oval. On this side we've got a picture of game scene engraved pheasant. On the belly of the action you've got deep scroll throughout, which also joins onto the fore end and trigger guard. And then on this side we've got a partridge in mid-flight. So it's a really pretty gun. Like I say, very deep scroll engraving throughout. Even on the top lever there's more engraving than a normal 687 EELL. The classic, being a classic model, you've got silver action, silver trigger, so it is a classic looking gun. The other thing that's different to a standard EELL, as this one's a classic, you get a semi-pistol grip rather than the traditional full pistol grip, which has a flat face on the bottom of the grip. This one is rounded, so it's more of a game style grip. So that's some of the nice features. Moving over to the barrel, we've got a ventilated top rib, so it will let some heat out there. It's also a narrow game top rib rather than a sporting wide one. And then you've got solid side ribs. This being a brand new gun that's just came out of this box, it has got the protective film on the barrel, so it isn't a matte finish, it is actually a blued finish, but it has got that sticker on for the next owner to remove himself. As we've covered, there's two chokes fitted inside there. You've got the three inside the case. Being a pair, this one is numbered 1 and 2, or the guns are numbered 1 and 2. So on this gun we've got number 2 stamped onto the barrel here at the start of the barrel. We've also got it stamped onto the top lever and onto the other part, the fore end, so stamped on the lever of the fore end. Why it's stamped is that if you've got both guns out, you don't want to be chopping and changing different components, say the barrel or fore end, onto number 1 from gun number 2. So we get gun number 1 out as well. Just put that together the same way. So almost identical gun, Slight differences will be the woodwork. So said to be cut from the same piece of wood as it's a true pair from the factory. You get very nice walnut stocks. Again, same spec, same caliber, barrel length is the same. Slightly different variants on the stocks as you're going to get with all guns. And this one is numbered 1 here on the top of the rib, also on the top lever and on the lever on the forend, so you know which gun's number 1, which gun's number 2. Why people buy pairs of shotguns is for different types of shooting. You're not always going to need 2 guns. Majority of your life shooting, clays, you certainly need just 1 gun. Game shooting is just 1 gun, but when you're doing driven pheasant shooting and there's a lot of birds in the air, it's not always very easy to, or quick to reload fast enough. If you're shooting with just 1 gun, you've just shot your 2 shots, cock the top lever, cartridges come out, putting the next cartridges in. By that time it's gone, another 10 or 20 pheasants have disappeared and flew past. So having 2 guns, a pair, you'll have a loader stand with you. You can be firing your 2 shots, pass the gun to the loader will then exchange, pass you number 2 and be reloading gun number 1 ready for you, so you can fire your next 2 shots with gun number 2. As well as that, they are just a nice thing to own because there's 2 of them and they're matched. So like I said, with the serial numbers, you've got running serial numbers, they're a true pair. They're numbered 1 and 2 and they don't come in individual cases, they come in this larger double case. That's all the information we need to go through on those today. If you do have any more questions or you'd like to see any extra pictures of them, please contact us. There's always adverts on our website, on our gun list to see with all the pictures of all the guns that are available in this store here. Thank you again for watching and all the support with the videos. Please remember to like and subscribe our page and check out our website for all the deals we've got on there.